Oh man, I am really enjoying these electric bikes. Today we're going to take a look at the latest from Velotric. It's called the Nomad 1. Welcome to the Vapor Trail channel. I'm Tony, and today, yes, we're looking at the latest from Velotric. It is the electric bike called the Nomad 1. Now, I did review the Discover 1 already, which it's a great bike. Tons of features, and the value of that bike, especially with the cost of it, well, it's really quite amazing compared to some of the other bikes that are out there. It's a great bike, but if you're looking for one that has a little bit more power, a 750 watt motor on it, and a little bit more ability to handle some more not so urban terrain, you know, maybe some going through trails and things like that, a fat tire type bike, the Nomad 1 is probably the one you're going to be looking for, and it's on sale right now. And again, an amazing value on this electric bike, especially with everything that's included. $1,499. Velotric is a brand of electric bikes that really spends a lot of time in R&D creating a bike with high quality components that doesn't cost you as much as a lot of the other bikes that are out there. If you start looking at something like maybe a Super 73, I've got a Super 73 ZX that was almost $2,000, doesn't have hydraulic brakes on it, doesn't have a big LCD display on it. The pedal assist works, for some reason I just don't end up using it as much on that bike. And I think you'll find that when you start comparing it to other bikes that are on the market, you're going to get way more for the value on their bikes from Velotric. In short, their bikes look and feel much more expensive than they really are. This bike has hydraulic brakes, front and back disc brakes, has a large LCD with tons of information on it. It has Shimano gears and derailleur, powerful motor at 750 watts with a peak power of 1200 watts, and the range on this bike is up to 55 miles. And I haven't done that all in one ride, but I have done that extended over rides, and I get pretty close to that, about 50, and that's going up and down hills. I weigh about 195, so you do have to factor some of that into it. Most of this video will be while I'm actually riding the bike, so we'll get to all those specs here in just a minute. First, we're going to do a quick unboxing. It's not really an assembly because they do such a great job with their video for assembly. I'm going to just link you to that down in the description. But this will give you an idea of what to expect when you get it. So we'll do that, and then we'll go for a ride. So this is an important step. When you first get this, the gooseneck is actually turned around the opposite direction from where it needs to be. So we're going to loosen up that. We're going to loosen up two bolts that are on the sides here, one there and one over here. And then we're going to turn it around and make it straight. Put the handlebars on and we'll be good to go. And to put the handlebars on, you're going to take off those four bolts. It's going to take off this face plate. You'll see that there are lines on there, and those will line up with the lines that are on the handlebars. All right, we're just going to push the power button. Nice big display comes on there. Power assist is at 0, and that's where it starts out. So let's just go. I'm going to go ahead and put power assist at 1. Pedal assist, I mean. Ooh, she kicks in right away. Love the feel of this bike. So in pedal assist level 1, I'm getting like 13 miles per hour just pedaling along. All right, so when I first assembled this bike, I didn't really angle the display at all. You could do it to your own discretion. I think I might actually want to angle that up just a little bit. So we're in pedal assist 1, and then over here we've got our gears. With this one, you're going to be clicking this way and this way. There's a finger lever that's on the back, and it's actually pretty simple. All right, so let's go. So that's pedal assist 1, pedal assist 2, and this is a small road, so I don't think I'm going to need a lot of pedal assist here. My back brakes, they're not quite worn in yet, so I still get a little bit. Okay, so we're going to shift down. Make it easier to get up that hill. Still in pedal assist 1, no problem getting up a hill. It is just a beautiful way to ride. Now with these fat tires on this bike, it is really nice for riding in this type of conditions. You know, we got gravel and dirt. The thing is, a lot of bikes, well, most of them that I've ridden, the throttle is over here on this side. In this case, the throttle's on this side, so sometimes it throws me off. And it's probably over there because all of your gear shifter stuff is over here. Let's do this real quick. So you can see that you've got that lever and that lever for shifting, okay? Now this bike seems a little bit taller than, say, the Discover 1. And that's why I'm actually glad that I got the step through on this one. It just makes it a lot easier to mount the bike. Now, of course, you've got the shock absorbing forks on here, which definitely makes a big difference, especially in different types of terrain, all right? So we're just using the throttle right now. Let's take it up a level. We'll go ahead and pedal it. It really is such a nice, comfortable ride on this bike, man. I mean, all the way around. I'm sitting straight up. Everything just feels comfortable. The seat is even comfortable. Plenty of clearance for my knees. Handle grips are nice. It's just, man, it is a nice ride. One thing I love about this bike is that everything is exactly where it needs to be within just a little bit of a reach. I mean, I don't have to take my hands off or anything else to control anything. You've got your on and off right there, your level assist up and down right there. We've got a bell right there, and of course your accelerators right here, your throttle, right? So everything is just in a very convenient spot. I really love that. And the curved handlebars, it just makes everything super comfortable. So let's go ahead and start off at level 1 here. There we go, pedal assist. Got to give it a couple of strokes on the pedals for it to go, and then pedal assist 2, 3. It just takes off like a rocket at 4. Always smart when you stop to take your pedal assist down, because you don't want to hit those pedals and have it just go woo and take off, right? One thing that is really nice about having a bike that is, well, like this, the Nomad, is you don't have to worry about if you got to go through stuff like that. No problem at all. And those shock absorbing forks, ooh, they make a big difference. It's nice to have something like this that I can just take a nice little ride down the sidewalk or on a street, whatever it is. And if I feel like it, I can just go right off-road. See, See, it's funny, on some of these bikes, I feel the need to use that throttle, but on here, the pedal assist works so good that I just don't feel the need to use that. Of course, I could if I want to, but might as well get the exercise at the same time, right? And depending on how my pedaling is, if I feel like going down a gear or up a gear, it's real easy to do that just with the flick of the finger right there, so that is nice. This is one of my favorite rides to do because at the end of this little part, and this is good because this will let you know, you don't see I'm moving around too much with all this bumps that we have here. That's because big fat tires and shock absorbing forks definitely make a difference. And that right there makes everything on a ride worth it. Man, I tell you what, how beautiful is that? Well, we're gonna stop down right here and I'm gonna give you some specs on this bike. How about that? All right, I've got my notes here and I'll refer back to the website while we go through this. So I got the step through. It's also available as a high step if you want the one with the bar that goes all the way across the top. On this bike, it's a little bit taller than some and my seat is almost all the way down. It's the step through actually makes things a lot easier for me. It does have free accessories. It comes with a toolkit, front light, front reflector, front and rear fenders, a bell, and rear reflectors. The battery on this is 48 volt, 14.4 amp hour battery, and it's a Tesla grade removable battery. It uses 21700 batteries, which are some of the best, certified by LG Samsung, with up to 50% longer range compared with similar bikes. It has a 1-year warranty. They give free delivery, which that's kind of a big deal because I can't imagine how much it costs to ship one of these things. They're not super light. It has a 14-day free trial, so if during those 14 days you decide, nah, I don't want it, they'll take it back. Has a lockable battery, hydraulic suspension fork with 80mm travel and a lockout. Has a USB port with 5 volt, 500 mAh output for external devices. It has the Shimano 8-speed with shift lever, and I really like that. 8 colors to choose from. Now they say this one's made to carry you through any weather and across all terrains with a 750 watt, 1200 watt peak motor. Now while it will carry you through any weather, the question is, do you want to go out in any weather? It's pretty chilly today. Double hydraulic disc brakes on this. It even has a walk mode to assist when walking up a hill. Most of the bike is made with aluminum alloy to keep it light. The max load on this bike is 440 pounds, which includes any kind of bike racks or any kind of storage you have on it. Love the grips on this thing. 3.5-inch backlit LCD display with speed, trip, battery, assist level, and more. And the tires are 26 by 4 inches with a puncture-resistant liner. Now, one thing that's great about these bikes, I talked about this in past videos with electric bikes, but I've got a friend who's got a father who he still wants to get out. He just can't pedal a whole lot, and if he had to count just on pedaling, he might have a problem getting back if he gets a little bit further out. So it's nice because if you just can't pedal anymore, well, you just hit that throttle and you can just coast your way home. And even with the pedal assist, it kind of makes pedaling, well, it really makes pedaling a lot easier. And that's just on level 1. Let's go to level 2 for pedal assist, and now level 3. And man, it really starts to take off when you hit 3 and 4. It has a noticeable jolt when you when it engages. It's nice. Now you can see that my legs are pumping a little bit too fast, so I'm going to go ahead and change the gearing. There we go. So now I'm not pedaling so hard. That's mighty nice. Now, since I'm on this straightaway, I've got this now in pedal assist mode 5, all right? Which I rarely use because I just don't need to go that fast, but let's just see how it really kicks in here. You see, wow. So that was 0 to 20 miles pretty quickly. That's why I don't really use pedal assist number 5. I mean, I just don't really need it that much, but it's nice to know that it's there. If I was going on a long ride, I might want that. You know, maybe one of the reasons why I don't use the pedal assist so much on my ZX is because it doesn't have the actual gears, you know, like the Shimano shifter that I've got on here. It's got no gears. So sometimes it just becomes hard to pedal. So I just opt for using the throttle. With this, you can switch your gears, and that just makes a whole lot of difference. It really does. I didn't think it would when I got the ZX. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I don't need all that. But yeah. It definitely makes a difference. This is often on the power mode on here on the display. And you can see when I start to go, let's just put this, we'll put it in pedal assist 3 because I got a straight ride here. All right. You can see that power jumps up to 9. Oh, well, jumped up to over 1100 watts of power. And that's what it does. That's the peak power on it. You stop pedaling and it stops showing you the power. So whenever the motor is engaged, it's going to show you what power it's outputting. And volts, well, 48 volts, that's because that's what the battery is. You know, it's really just such a comfortable bike to ride. I could definitely go a good 15, 20, 30 miles effortlessly. As much as I really enjoy and love that Discover One, I really like the bike. This one is, to me, just a little bit better. I like the fat tires on this. I like the stability of that. Not that the other one's not stable, but it just feels more, I don't know, it feels a little bit tougher. Also, you've got a more powerful motor on this one at 750 watts, which is really nice. And I really like this shifter. It makes things just so much, I don't know. The other one's also easy. Just for whatever reason, this one feels more intuitive. It does feel a little bit weird to have the throttle over on this side though, as opposed to this side, but yeah, you know, no big deal. All right, so we're gonna go into this little area here. Oh, let's turn the pedal assist down. Oh yeah, a little bit of sand. And that's where these fat tires come into play. Oh man, I need to take this thing out on the beach. I think this thing would do really well out there. Now, luckily, this has those tire liners on here for puncture proofness, because we do have a lot of little cactuses and stuff here on the Outer Banks. So now I don't know if you could see that, but that right there is what we call a sand spur. And I have literally had one of those things pop a tire on another electric bike. Hopefully these tire liners in here will prevent that, but these things are nasty. That's all it takes is one of those little things. Ugh. This here is a pretty long hill and it gets pretty steep at the top. Let's see how it does. I'm in pedal assist 3. Go ahead and take that down a little bit. Let's go pedal assist 4. I'm going to kick it up. If you want to turn on your headlight, all you have to do is hold down the plus button and hold it, and boom, now it's on. When you want to use the walk mode, which is great for if you're walking up a hill or something like that, you know, the bike's not all that heavy, but if you just want to throw in the walk mode, you can just hit the down button or the minus button and hold on to that, and it starts to move. So ultimately, this bike is really, really nice, especially for $14.99. Heck, I've spent more than that on a skateboard. So what you're getting in this thing is just, it's really very good. I like the Discover One bike. I could see myself using that more in a commuting type of situation, you know, college or even just around the neighborhood, even getting to work. For me, I like the Nomad one just a little bit better. I like those fat tires. I feel like I get a little bit more security on those. I don't know why, but the ride feels really good on this bike. I will advise that they have the high step and the step through version of it. If you're not very tall, I would go with that step-through version, especially on this bike, because the bike itself is a little bit taller. Personally, I don't think you can go wrong with this bike, and their customer service is top-notch. I've had to ask them a couple of questions, and they responded really quickly, and were very, very helpful, which is kind of a big deal. When you're dealing with the electric bikes and electric skateboards, even electric scooters, Often the customer service is the biggest weak point in there, and they're really good with theirs. I'm going to put a link down in the description with the coupon code. It'll get you an extra $60 off your bike. The current sale, I'm not sure how long it's going to go, but I would imagine at least through Christmas. And man, this would make a really nice Christmas gift. Free shipping, and the shipping was super fast. So if it shows in stock on their website, I don't think you have any problem getting it by Christmas. If you order by, oh, I don't know, maybe the 18th or the 20th. Might get a little bit close at that point, I don't know. But they were really, really efficient. So that is the Velotric Nomad 1, and I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. Another year. The channel's been around since 2013. I've been covering e-mobility and all that kind of stuff for about last year and a half, and your support means the world to me. It's very, very humbling, and I really do appreciate you. The easiest way to support me is by giving it a thumbs up, and I have a subscribe button down there. If you hit that and the notification bell, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. And if you're so inclined, there is a super thanks button right below this video. If you click that, you can send, I think, between $2 and whatever amount of money you'd like to send. Running this channel is not inexpensive, I can tell you that. I mean, you got lights, you got cameras, there's always something that costs money. So any support you can give, I really appreciate it. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.